Hey gearheads, or should I say howdy folks, it's Corey. I am at the State Fair of Texas, where I will show you all the vehicles that are here for the Auto Show of Texas. Lots of booths, lots of things to see, and some very special products, all coming up here in this video. Before we jump too far into this one, according to YouTube analytics, something like 70+% of you have yet to hit that subscribe button, and we are so close to 50,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, so a quick click of a button down there will help our channel out immensely in our goal of helping more families research and buy their next vehicle. Yes, gearheads, I am at the State Fair of Texas, and as a bit of wayfinding, you know that big guy back there, that is Big Tex. He leads the way, points the way to what is right behind me, what he is staring over, and that is the Chevrolet booth. I am here for the media preview day, so they are still loading in and getting all the final prep ready for the fair, but I did want to take y'all on a tour of everything that is here at the show. We'll start with their Bright Drop. This is an all-electric cargo utility van. We've seen it a lot of different places. It used to be its own company. Now it is rolled into Chevrolet, riding on their Ultium platform. I really like them. You should start seeing a lot of those UPS type vehicles very soon. Then coming over here under their stage, just last year, right here at this event, Chevrolet unveiled these two vehicles. This is a new 2025 Tahoe and Suburban. You can see the Cypress Gray Tahoe is in the off-road Z71 trim. And the big news here for the new body style, or not really body style, but the mid-cycle refresh, is the fact that the diesel is now available in the Z71. That was not previously an option. And then another big news is the option of 24-inch wheels. This is an RST Suburban riding on 24-inch wheels. Then we've got their big heavy duty. This is 2500. We've got lots of chrome up front. And we've got a 1500 over here riding with that Duramax. And then they've got a special treat for us here in the Silverado EV. They've got this one wrapped up. A lot of local callbacks and different things here on the vehicle, including the Skyline. I want to bring you over here because we've actually got the Skyline, including the State Fair over here, Reunion Tower, all the typical Dallas sites. You can see we've got the Cactus, the Eagle. Very cool wrapped version of their all-electric pickup truck, over 400 miles of range. And yes, you can get free popsicles over here daily, 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 7 p.m. So bring the kiddos over here. Coming down from the stage, we've got their midsize pickup truck in the Colorado. This is their Trail Boss. Looks like we've got some new wheels. I'm liking what they're doing with the wheel design. Interesting color here on this one. We're going to pan around, see if we can't figure out the color on this exact one. White Sands, so slight off-white version. They've got it decked out kind of like a ZR2, but it is their Trail Boss, so that means we get the work truck plastic front end and a more basic interior. And we've got their ZR2 Silverado, their most capable. We've got those DSSV Multimatic shocks underneath. And then we've got the heavy duty version of that ZR2 right here. This is one bad truck. It is so massive and very capable. Got to have wide open spaces to really take advantage of all that it can do. But you can see, look at all the sidewall here on these tires, Goodyear Wrangler tires. And I just appreciate them not going super huge on the wheels. They've been doing that a lot lately on some of their off-road vehicles. Just look at that Tahoe Z71 we started out with its 20-inch wheels. And we've got a High Country blacked out, 1500, High Country chromed out, 3500 over there. Just a few different vehicles. We've got a couple EVs under the awning here. We've got the Equinox EV in blue. We've got the Blazer EV SS here in orange. And then we've got the Silverado EV LT in this kind of gray color. We have tested all three of these vehicles on the channel. We liked them all, but they all have one small drawback: no Apple CarPlay, no Android Auto. Small things, I know. Over here we've got the Colorado ZR2 in a new kind of periwinkle blue. Let's see what the actual name of this one is. Reef Blue Metallic. But just like the Silverado we just saw, DSSV multimatic shocks, better approach and departure angle, lots of cool off-road tech on that. Yeah. Moving over here, General Motors has a huge defense contract. So you can see here, this is the new face of military mobility developed by GM Defense and the US Army. This is based on the Colorado platform. You know, GM bought the rights to AM General, who made the Hummer, the Humvee. So they have deep roots into military defense. And this is just one of the cool options that they have to show off here at the fair. Moving over, go ahead and give you the grand entrance here. From Chevrolet, we've got Ford, and they are keeping you cool with the F-150 Lightning. You can see this is powered by the F-150 Lightning. I'm actually gonna go ahead and pop through here, even though it is just before 11 a.m. My watch is currently saying 74 degrees, but it is quite humid out here because Texas. So we'll come in here and they are actually cooling you off in here. This is the cool zone powered by the F-150. So nice and cool in there. You can see we've got a couple trucks here helping keep us cool. And then we've got several different F-150s. You can see they are proud of 48 years of consecutive best-selling truck status in the US of A. And that is all right here because of the F-150. The F-150 did get updates for 24. We're seeing incremental updates over the years, keeping them fresh, keeping them up to date. You can see we've got the tailgate within a tailgate right here. Well, this one's locked, but that swings open to give you closer access into the bed. We've got some Heritage Bronco and Bronco Sports here, which are really cool. And then we've got their Raptor line. We've got Ranger Raptor, we've got Bronco Raptor, and we've got F-150 Raptor just over there, rounding out all the Ford. And then again, just last year, Ford, much like Chevrolet, upped their game in their full-size body-on-frame SUVs and brought us and unveiled here at the State Fair their new vehicle. This is the 25 Ford Expedition. This is the trimmer model. We have it on our schedule. We are going to be testing a King Ranch in October, so very much looking forward to that. You can go check out our friends who are filming right now, Dave and Kelly at All Terrain Nation. Go check out their channel. Hopefully I'm not interrupting them too much, but yes, unveiled here at the State Fair with a drone show just last year, the new Expedition. Turning around, we've kind of walked all around the GMC booth. So you can see we've got a 1500 Denali, a 2500 Denali, a 2500 AT4X. This is like Chevy's ZR2, so your multimatic shocks. And then we've got the Dumb and Dumber edition. And I say that only because of the movie, not because of the trucks, because these are some really nice trucks. But we've got Harry and Lloyd, I should say, in their orange AT4X Canyon and their blue Denali Canyon. And tell me, just prove me wrong, that these do not look like the tuxedos worn by Harry and Lloyd in Dumb and Dumber. That's absolutely what those are. And then we've got the new 2025 Yukon. This is the AT4. They're off-road, so think of the Z71 in Chevrolet. We've got the new Acadia and the new Terrain. So this Terrain is their compact. We've been waiting on more trims for 25, we got one trim in the Elevation. Now we're getting the AT4, the Denali's, all those fun various trims. You can see we got an updated interior with a massive screen here in this one. So lots going on there. Now I was talking about GM Defense. They also have a lot of technical know-how. If you know anything about the Hummer EV, you know that there's a lot of lunar influence on the Hummer EV. We've got the moon, we've got moon boots, boot prints on the inside, and a peek inside here. This is the new carbon one. You can see the carbon fiber wheels. This one is the fastest Hummer EV yet. This thing is quite amazing, and you're fine. They're prepping, like I said, they're getting ready for the fair. But with all those lunar influences, I do want to talk about the lunar outpost here. So again, talking about how GM is reaching out besides just commercial vehicles. You can see what they're doing here. This thing could be on the moon very soon. You can see just how unique it is. Of course, the surface of the moon, much less gravity. I believe it's 1/6 gravity. There's a lot of things to contend with on the moon, and this is a utility vehicle for the moon in the lunar outpost. This will be here for the duration of the fair, and you can pause on screen just to read a little bit more about it right there. But yes, so lots of lunar influences here on the Hummer EV, and now you're kind of seeing exactly why that is. I'll go ahead and show you exactly what I was talking about. So we've got the topography of the moon, boot prints here on the door speakers. All the graphics on the gauge cluster are moon inspired. You can see when it goes from day to night, the sunset over the moon. It is really moon heavy there, and a few of the different colors are lunar inspired as well. I'm loving this dark blue gray here on this Hummer EV SUV. Let's see, graphite blue metallic. My goodness, that is a beautiful color in my humble opinion. And then over here we've got the Sierra EV Denali in a deep purple. Let's see, what's the name of this one? Dark Ember Metallic is the name of this particular color. And my goodness, deep cherry red, purple, very beautiful. And so that is GMC. We've got a few more Fords over here. Ford kind of has swallowed up GMC. We've got the heavy duty, the super duty, excuse me. And then we've got the small little Maverick over here. So just a few more things from Ford. And moving across from Ford, we have Toyota. You know, of course, they moved their corporate US headquarters just outside of Dallas, Texas. And this is their home. So yes, we've gone big in Texas. We've got this Spur bench, we've got Texas, we've got the Tacoma Trailhunter, we've got Tacoma TRD Pro. This is the current reigning official truck of Texas as voted on by the Texas Auto Writers Association. And I will actually be driving one of these in the Texas Rose Festival Parade this October. I will actually, though, be in the Trailhunter version, but come out to Tyler, Texas on October 18th, I believe, for that parade, and you may just see me driving a taco through the parade. We've got a 4Runner up here, we've got Tundras, we've got Tacomas, we've got more trucks up here on big rock displays. We've got Land Cruiser, we've got 4Runner, Trailhunter. What a name that we've got there. Just up here on these displays. Camping scene, we've got a boat, towing a boat with our new TRD Pro. Now, you will know one of the biggest news updates for Tundra in the TRD Pro, let's see if this one has it, it does not, is the isodynamic seats that are available from Tundra or Tacoma now in the Tundra. So we've got that going on. And it looks like kids can play in the ball pit up here if you'd like, but all the trucks back here. One thing I think Toyota does really well, leaning into Texas being home for them, is they represent all the schools, all the teams. So we got Sikkim Bears, we've got Gig'em, we've got the Horned Frogs here, we've got the Texas Rangers, we've got Dallas Stars. I won't talk about that one in the middle, and then we've got the FC Dallas soccer team. So lots going on there. Unfortunately, I am not seeing the new 2026 Toyota RAV4. We've got the outgoing. This is their off-road adventure woodland trim, but I am not seeing the new 26 version just yet. We have to wait patiently for that one. I very much cannot wait to get my hands on that. We have plenty of content from the Unveil event earlier this year on the channel. And then, of course, Toyota is the official truck of the NFL, so lots of football references. Over here, we've got the Western Luxury 1794 version of the Tundra, which is new for Sequoia. We've got that there. We've got Platinum Sequoia, lots of different Toyota trucks right here. And then moving over, we've got Ram. Now we have a few vehicles here. Do believe they're going to rearrange this just a little bit before y'all get here for the fair, but we had a press conference this morning. We've got the 1500 Warlock, 2500 Warlock, the new 1500 Rebel with this interesting badge here on the side. That is, yes, indicating the engine under the hood. And let's see, half of it has 4, so that must mean, yes, the return of the Hemi for 2026. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty across the lineup. They've essentially reduced the cost of getting into a Hemi. And yes, they've also added the GT exhaust to all Hemi models, which are available on all trims. So lots going on with the return of the Hemi. And then I'm very excited about this vehicle right here. You know, Holly and I owned a 2014 Cherokee Trailhawk. This is the new 2026 Cherokee, and this is the Overland trim. Lots to talk about here. First and foremost, this is Stellantis's first U.S. traditional hybrid, 1.6 liter turbo 4 and 2 electric motors, 1 lithium-ion battery, no plugging in. It can go for over 500 miles on a single tank and a full charge. But again, no need to plug it up. It just goes. It recharges itself as you go. And then the big tagline here is Cherokee offers more. So our Cherokee was on a shared platform with the compact to midsize Dodge Dart sedan, which made for a very compromised interior on cargo space. This is on a shared platform with what they call the Stella Large platform, which is currently underpinning the Charger large sedan, full-size sedan. So that means massive cargo space in here, over 30 cubic feet with the back seats up. That is more than what you get behind the third row of seats in a Chevy Tahoe. Just let that sink in a little bit. Over 60 cubic feet, almost 70 cubic feet when you fold those back seats down. So lots of space. We have these electric door handles up front now, making it easier to get in. They pop the doors open. And then the updated Jeep interior that we've seen on Grand Cherokee. These seats are simulated leather, but my goodness, they are a very good imitation. I like the contrasting stitching. You can see we've got our charging pad down here, various other amenities, 10.25 inch display inside, multi-way adjustable seats, all of which I like a lot. Tons of room. They added just about 5 inches to the overall length, but 6 inches to the wheelbase, meaning the interior is more spacious and roomy. So the tagline, again, I will remind you, Cherokee offers more. I am very much looking forward to getting a little one-on-one time with this one, so expect a full deep dive video where I take you around this one very soon. You'll want to hit subscribe for that. But yes, we've got that coming up. We've got the outgoing Wagoneer. You can see it says Wagoneer across the front. They have rolled this into the Jeep brand, and we have it on good authority from Jeep themselves that it is about to get a major refresh, mid-cycle refresh, but major design changes and the like there. And then you can see we've got the Grand Cherokee L, and the Wranglers. We've got Gladiator up here. And then Compass. Compass was soldiering on in the absence of Cherokee, trying to pull double duty and punch above its size class, competing against the sales leader in the compact segment of RAV4, but it was just a little too on the small side. And then speaking of Cherokee, we've got the original. This one is an 83, but first generation Cherokee right here. And just a cool little camping scene that we've got here in the first gen. And as we peek over here, again, Ram is very proud of the Hemi coming back. So proud that they have a bucking Ram here that you can ride. Think of it as a mechanical bull, but it is the Hemi powered Ram. So conquer the Hemi. For all the sons out there. You got it. Whoa! Love it, lady. It's slippery. There may have been some news about that, maybe making a mysterious disappearance at its initial showing in Detroit, but lucky for us, they found it and it made its way back. Here it is at the State Fair of Texas. Before I head inside though, I do want to say there is still one more booth outside, kind of off to the side and doing their own thing, and that is Rivian. We've got their R1T, we've got the R1S in the lineup, but it looks like we've got 3 R1Ts out here on display with multiple versions of what could be done with them for their capability, their overlanding. They did just open a space here in Dallas this year. So if you are wanting to check them out, there is a place on Knox Street right next to one of my favorite restaurants, right next to the Apple Store in a very trendy area of downtown Dallas at Knox Street. So yes, you can check them out either here at the State Fair or at their new Dallas space. I think they're really cool. This one is a lot of fun. Loving the wheels, loving the paint, loving the upfitting that they've got going on this one. So that is everything outside the show. There's quite a bit outside the show, but we haven't even gone into the sweet air conditioning yet. But we will smash cut to the automobile building where we've got a lot of brands represented in there. And yeah, that sweet air conditioning. All right, so we are in the far end of the automobile building, and oh, the air conditioning, I'm loving it. And we will start here with Nissan. They were smart. They got out of the oppressive Texas heat and they moved into the air conditioning. And right here, I want to show you a pair of matching Nismo Nissans that are powered by some twin turbo V6. We're actually testing a Nismo Z as we speak. So subscribe if you want to see what it's like driving one of these around. Twin turbo V6, rear wheel drive, lots of fun. But then, surprise announcement, we got a Nismo Armada. Did you have that on your 2025 bingo card? No, neither did I. So we've got ground effects package. We've got awesome performance tires on blacked out wheels. We've got this red and black interior with suede. Look at this. We've got suede dash. This one has definitely got the personality and attitude to match the Nismo name. So very excited about this trim, this spec, and this color, which looks really cool. As I am recording this, our family video and our solo detailed tour of the Platinum Reserve model is up on the channel. So if you're curious what we think of that platform. And then as we look across here, We've got outgoing models here. The Sentra just got announced that it's getting an update. We've got the Murano. We've got the new Kicks, which I think is absolutely awesome looking in the segment and in the lineup. And then Nissan delivered this to the wrong place. This was supposed to go to my driveway because this neon yellow was built for me. This color of this Frontier is built for me. My goodness. Nissan naturally still offers a long bed. Them and Toyota are the only in the midsize segment offering a long bed. So if you are interested in more than 5 feet of cargo capacity back behind the cab, you're going to be looking at either Nissan or Toyota. And there's just something really good about this. This is the only long bed crew cab V6 powered midsize truck on the segment. The Toyota has ditched their V6. And then we've got the new 2026 Nissan Leaf, set to be the most affordable EV on sale in these states. And I think the look is absolutely on point. I love the color. I love that colors are coming back. The 3 vehicles in frame right now prove that Nissan is committed to color, and I am here for it. We've got neon, and we've got fun with this kind of seafoam green here, and then we've got orange, so lots of bold, bright colors. But yes, Leaf is set to be the most affordable mainstream EV when it goes on sale, and they are not even going on sale with the most affordable model, so keep that in mind. Very anxious to see what that is all about. Again, we've got another Frontier, we've got Pathfinder, we've got Armada, and then we've got Rogue Rock Creek back here. Moving on from Nissan, at the end of the building, we've got more Stellantis, and yes, you can hear their EVs revving up right now. But the vehicle I am most excited about, I think, of this entire show, is this Grizzly Peak concept from Chrysler. This takes their only mechanical all-wheel drive minivan in the segment, and they made it off-road ready. So we have lift, we have tires. Look at those all-terrain tires, and they fill out the wheel wells right there. Unfortunately, this thing is not drivable. It is a proof of concept. They're putting it out for the world to determine, do we like this? Is this a thing? And I say, Chrysler, let's make this. Oh my goodness. I have so much feedback from my initial post of this. When they launched it, they actually took it out to Expo West, to the off-road show there, and it was well received. You can see we've got a spare tire on the roof rack. We had Max Tracks. We've got this ARB pull-out awning. We've got the Grizzly edition badging there, and then a very special interior on this one. White and orange. You know, orange is one of my favorite colors. You know, I love color, so I really like this Earl Grey matte that we've got on the outside. I love the orange accents moving to the inside. And then looking inside, we only have 4 seats, so 4 captain's chairs here in this one. This is, of course, the stow and go, so you can stow these 2 seats in the floor. And when you do, let's see if the back is actually powered. You can go overlanding. Minivans are epic for their interior space. The third row has been pulled out, so we've got underfloor storage back here instead of cargo space. Then you can lay some beds in here, some air mattresses. You can really, literally camp out here in your Grizzly Edition Pacifica. Now, like I said, this is the only mechanical all-wheel drive in the segment. Kia does not offer an all-wheel drive at all. Honda does not offer all-wheel drive at all. Toyota does offer all-wheel drive, but theirs is an electrical all-wheel drive, or electric all-wheel drive, which uses an electric motor powering the rear wheels that is in no way mechanically connected to the driveline. So this really is showing that Chrysler's got the muscle, they can flex their muscle, and I'm very excited with this vehicle. If you can't tell by how much time I've spent talking about a minivan on this video. Moving over, Dodge is wrapping up their press conference, so we've got a lot of media over here checking out the Dodge Charger. This is, of course, the 4-door, 5-door, however you want to call it, variant of the Charger. I think these are going to sell very well. I was surprised with just how well the 2-door or 3-door, however you want to call it, how much space was in that one, which is right here, and being able to actually access the back seats comfortably with additional doors is going to be very welcome. And you can see it has the same overall cool shape as the 2-door or the 3-door, but with more functionality, still with the liftback, tons of cargo space. As much as I love a good 2-door car, I think they may have missteps by not launching this one first. So the Jeep Cherokee we saw earlier rides on a shared platform with this. This will actually offer an inline 6 variant very soon, but they did launch them as EVs to start with. So that's what we've got going on there. And then we've got the SRT Hellcat Durango here. This is the jailbreak version. So they're sending this platform out with a bang. And you can see all the orange accents on this one. I really like it. The Hemi never left the Durango lineup. I'm so glad that Dodge kept the Durango as long as they did to keep that Hemi in production. All versions of the Hemi were still in production. I don't believe, maybe the 5.7 took a brief hiatus, but the 6.4 and the 6.2 Hellcat never did leave. Coming over here, we've got a white version of the Cherokee. This looks to be a different trim. We've got different wheels, a little different vibe here on this one. We'll peek around to the back end as the guys from Seize the Speed are checking this one out. This is the Limited 4x4. So yes, little different look, different vibe on this Limited versus that Overland. Same interior appointment, same electric door handles, same boxy, chunky styling. And then again, the Compass that, my goodness, it is probably pretty sore, pretty weak from carrying the load of the crossover segment for the Jeep brand in the Cherokee's absence. So very glad to have that back. Wrangler Rubicon 392. This one's in my color, Mojito. I love the green. I love color. I'm going to keep saying it, but yes, we've got that. Got the Wagoneer. And then we move into Toyota. So we have their trucks and SUVs outside. We've got the best-selling car in the States in the Camry right here. Best-selling car worldwide in the Corolla over here in its various different forms. Hatch sedan. I'm sure there's a GR Corolla around here somewhere. We've got the Crown in the Signia. That is their wagon variant. And we've got the Crown right here in their sedan variant, though I don't think they really like you calling it a sedan, but that is what it is. Prius, RAV4, and we've got Supra over here. Supra is going to be bidding us farewell, but GR86 soldiers on, as does, there we go, GR Corolla. I knew it had to be here somewhere. Absolutely rocking it with over 300 horsepower from its turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. We do have some crossovers and SUVs here in the air conditioning as well. So if burning up in the heat outside it was too much for you, maybe you come inside and check out the Land Cruiser, which we really love this Land Cruiser. There's a lot to offer here, built off the same platform that underpins Tacoma and 4Runner, but just given its own style. Moving on from Toyota, we've got Chevrolet. We've got their performance cars right over here and the various different Corvettes. So the red one is your quote unquote typical, that is a convertible Z51 in its base variant. Then this green one, my goodness, this green one. This is the E-Ray. It is a hybrid. It is the first all-wheel drive, the first temporarily front-wheel drive because you can drive it on electric power alone, which powers the front wheels. And we've still got the V8 powering it back behind you, but very, very cool there. And then you've got the vehicle that blends all the technology from Z06, from E-Ray. This is the ZR1. So we've got the electric front motors. We've got flat plane crank V8 in the back. We've got tons of aerodynamic bodywork and add-ons on this one. So take a look at this wing compared to the wings on the two others. Now, yes, there is technically a trunk right there, but with that wing, I don't know how you're getting to it. This thing has got a lot of attitude to it and a lot of work keeping it down with Air Force. But yeah, just take a look of your standard Corvette with Z51 package with the wing there. And we've got a little bit bigger wing here on the E-Ray, and then that massive wing back there. We have one more back here in orange. So we've got all variants of Corvette here in the Z06, and they brought convertibles in all of them. Very interesting there. Go check out my boy Cameron's work over at CarQuicks as he's checking out this Corvette here in orange. Again, loving the colors, Chevrolet. You're doing it well. Bringing bright, loud, fun colors in your vehicles. And then on the other side there, we've got Trax. You know I love Trax. We've got Trailblazer over there. We've got Blazer right there, Blazer EV, not to be confused with the Blazer. We've got Tahoe, Suburbans, Traverses, Equinoxes over here that we've already walked by. But I did want to bring you over here. This is the new entry to the Silverado EV lineup. This is the Trail Boss. So we get added ground clearance, we get underbody protection, we get more sidewall on some off-road capable tires, get that massive Trail Boss badge there on the flying buttress. We get this orange paint color as an option. We got plastic lower cladding to help protect the paint and tons of capability. This one has got the most power of the segment, and yeah, habanero orange. You can see our price, $75,000 for this one as equipped. Over 400 miles of range, though I do believe you compromise a little bit of range with all the off-road goodies that this one offers. Loses some of its aerodynamic benefits, but RST is gone. You now have LT and Trail Boss here in the segment. And last but not least, in the automobile building is Ford, but there is more after this. So we have the new Lobo trim of the Maverick. We've got one of these set to arrive in our driveway in October. So again, if you want to check out some Lobo Maverick content from us, be sure and hit subscribe. We've got Ranger Raptor. We've got a base. Look at that base Maverick behind partitions. Very interesting. So this is the one that's sought after. This is the one that is the most affordable, though we are creeping up into some dangerous territory with that $34,000 price tag, riding on Steelies. But yeah, sound off on your thoughts there. We've got the updated Ranger here, and then yes, again, more options, more variants of that new Expedition. Again, unveiled here via drones last year. This one is the Platinum trim. You can see we've got some signage up here to let people know not to be touching and messing with it throughout the length of the fair, but lots of screen real estate inside. You can't tell it on this one because it's black, but we do have a split tailgate here. Let's see, can I get it open? I actually haven't had one of these just yet. We'll see if we can't get to another one, but a split tailgate back here. But what I was trying to say is you can't tell all Expeditions. This panel right here is black on all of them. We'll see if we can find a non-black version and show that off to you, and we'll get your opinions. We've got the Mustang, the only car still made by Ford, right over there. We've got the Mustang Mach-E. This is a GT. Love the bronze wheels. We've got Bronco Sport. We've got a pretty basic Bronco over there, which is really cool. Here's another Expedition. It ain't black, but it's pretty close too, especially here in this lighting, but maybe you'll be able to tell a little bit on camera exactly what that black panel looks like. This is the base active trim. So only 4 trims in the lineup. We've got Trimmer, we've got Active, we've got Platinum, and we've got King Ranch, I believe, are the 4 trims that we get in the Expedition. Now, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop the tailgate, at least that way. So we've got a Range Rover-esque split tailgate here, and I don't know, there's the button. I don't know why I couldn't find it earlier, but I couldn't. And then we've got the body color lower tailgate here that you can deploy separately, and it slides down. So even here on the base trim, you still get the split tailgate. You get a lot of functionality back here. And then if you want to go and close it up, if you close up the top with the bottom down, the bottom also raises to close up. So a lot of mechanical work going in here to make sure that you don't have a whoopsie by closing the top when the bottom is still exposed. But you can see even on this base active, it's still very well equipped inside. Captain's chairs, we've got the remote keypad. We've got captain's chairs back here, 3 across seating in the back. Very nice wheel design and a decent price tag for what you're getting here. 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. Then we've got some more F-150s, but we are not done with the automotive content just yet, because there is a State Fair of Texas First over in the Centennial building, which is across a big water feature from here. So again, we will smash cut to the Centennial building. All right, we're outside now. This is the Centennial building behind me, but a little bit of wayfinding. They want to show you, this is the automotive building that we just came from. Ford was down at this end, Chevy, Stellantis, and then Nissan down at this end. We do have an entrance to the fair down there. But yes, Centennial building right here, just on the other side of the big water feature right here. You can see Mattress Firm Illumination Sensation nightly shows at 7:30 p.m. So if you are at the State Fair of Texas, be sure and check that out if you can weather the heat. But we will move into the Centennial building. Let's see, surely one of these doors is open for us. As we move in here, you can see we do have some automotive content here in the Centennial building. First and foremost, we've got Kia with their full lineup of vehicles. We do have other vendors throughout this space, but Kia with their new Sportage, their new Sorento, the EV9, lots of different Kia content here. The Carnival, again, we really like the Carnival minivan. No all-wheel drive offered here in this. Even though it does ride on a shared platform with Telluride, the packaging is such that no all-wheel drive. And then a very interesting addition here, Tesla's been showing up to auto shows lately. So we've got their Cybertruck, which made right here in Texas, and we see quite a bit of them on the road. I see at least one every time I get out and drive. And then we've got their bestseller in the Model Y over there. But more Kia vehicles. We've got Seltos, we've got Sportage, we've got the Niro. We just got out of a Niro hybrid. Man, I really like this. I called this the forgotten jewel, the forgotten gem in the lineup. I think it gives Prius a solid run for its money. We've got the new K4, which replaced the Forte, and the new K5, which got new styling for 2025. Those are some pretty fun vehicles. We actually haven't been in a 25 K5, but it really was more style than anything. Coming over here, we've got Honda, the proud partner of the Texas Rangers. We've got their Pilot right here, but the vehicle I'm most excited for, besides this massively plush carpet, oh my goodness, you've been on your feet all day, come to Honda. But check out the new Passport in HPD trim. So our HPD accessories here on this Trail Sport trim, get it right there. Really like all the HPD Honda Performance Division and their upgrades here. This is a Trail Sport Elite, so we've got that leather interior. You know, we spent a full week in a base Trail Sport, which is not the base model. So you've got RTL, RTL Towing, RTL Blackout. So the RTL line, then you've got Trail Sport Blackout, Trail Sport Elite, and Trail Sport Elite Blackout. So we had right there in the middle for a week. We really liked it, but Trail Sport Elite adds leather seats and some more comforts that we kind of felt were missing in our vehicle for not that much more money. It does look like this one is shut down for the auto show, but tons of cargo space back in the back. Yeah, you can see just going up to the Elite, about a $4,000 jump there, but I think you are getting a lot of features for that money. Accord, we've got Ridgeline, we've got Civic down there, we've got some conversion vans. Yes, conversion vans are still a thing. Off-road conversion vans. Look, you know, I spent a lot of time with the Grizzly Edition, but this Transit, I'm really digging it. Look at this Mercedes Sprinter over here. And then I can't believe GM is still making this platform in the Express, but vans, where it's at, man. And then I did promise a State Fair of Texas first, and that's what we have right here. This is Camp Jeep. They just celebrated a major milestone anniversary. I believe it was 20 years last year. They debuted at the Chicago Auto Show. Unfortunately, for budgetary reasons, they actually missed the Chicago show on what would have been their 20th anniversary. But yes, the first time they are here at the State Fair of Texas, here in the Centennial building, where you can ride along and experience exactly what it's like with all of Jeep's legendary off-road capability. They're trail-rated vehicles. That's the 392 variant of the Hemi. And then we've got a Gladiator here. We've got several vehicles making the rounds. I can tell you it may not look like a lot here on camera, but this hill climb and hill descent is something that you just have to experience if you've never done any wheeling, never done any off-roading. I know this is a built, man-made environment, that they made it exactly for the capabilities of this vehicle, but it is still quite the experience to actually get in and see what these vehicles can do and what they are capable of. But that is where I will leave you here at the 2025 State Fair of Texas, the Auto Show of Texas. And yes, we have Camp Jeep for the first time in the history of the State Fair of Texas. Just the capability here going on right behind me. If you want to see more from us behind the wheel of some of these vehicles that I've only shown you statically or not from behind the wheel of, be sure and hit that subscribe button down below. Ring the bell so you're notified every time a new video drops. Find us on all social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for me, from Camp Jeep, from the State Fair of Texas, until next time, gearheads, bye. Out there. Don't worry about getting off of it. You got it. Oh! Love it, lady. It's slippery.